Welcome to another episode of Candid Moments. I'm so excited. Candid Moments is about exceptional people with exceptional stories. Obviously, I'm biased because all the people on my show I know and I love, right? But that's besides the fact. Yeah, yes, I have good taste because these people are extraordinary. And today, my goal is to highlight one of my friends and one of my colleagues, Constable Rick Lemieux. Hi, Rick.
Hi, actually, no longer constable. You can't introduce me as that anymore.
Oh,
Believe that?
no.
That's okay. You know what? I still get called Constable Rick everywhere I go in town. So, yeah, I left policing last August.
I saw something like that. Okay, you know what I did? I forgot to plug in my mic. Give me a
Oh, it's
sec.
okay.
Oh, that is terrible. I saw something on Facebook about that. Okay, wait, where's the end? Okay. Excuse. How unprepared can one be? Hey, it's definitely a candid moment. My videographer is going to have something to say about that, but it's okay. Okay, there, the audio should be good. Okay, so you didn't, you left the police.
I left policing last August. So I have been teaching at Northern College here in Timmins for several years in the Police Foundations program, and an opportunity came up. They were looking for a new coordinator, and really enjoy teaching from years of being in the schools here in Timmins. And I invited you to come and speak to our students here in Timmins. But just years of teaching, I really thought, this is something I really like. And while I was teaching part-time, I really fell in love with the program. The coordinator that I replaced was a former O.P.P officer, Mac Pettigrew, and he did amazing things with the program. And I thought, man, I'd like to keep up what he's doing. So I applied for the position and actually got it. So I left policing after 20 years last August.
Wow, that is a huge step for you.
It is, yeah. It was a difficult decision to make because I really did love my job. The last year of my career with the Timmins Police Service, I was back on the road. I had a great platoon. I was working with a great bunch of officers, and but you got to follow your passion, right? And my passion now is educating. I love it. I love it so much.
Love it.
I'm actually tomorrow we're having orientation, and I'm excited. I could feel it in my chest. Like I can't wait to meet my new students, and I can't wait to talk to them, and show them what we're going to be doing this year. And so it's been an amazing year. The college has been great.
That's amazing. Something happened with the video here. I see your picture. I don't know what happened. The reason I reached out to you, Rick, was because I saw an article in the Sudbury Star, and that is very rare that I read the news, but whatever, we're over it. I saw an article. It was a picture of you holding a poster for the D.A.R.E program, and it said, "Keeping it real."
Right.
And it said, the D.A.R.E program no longer in the school boards.
Yes.
And
so I was involved with D.A.R.E when I was at Timmins Police Service from 2003 to 2018.
Okay.
I had other duties during that time, but a lot of times I was in the schools teaching D.A.R.E, which is where when I had brought you was because of D.A.R.E. I wanted to start educating youth and talking to them about your experience and what happened with you and how you were able to just overcome so much and look at you today, like amazing.
Thank you.
So it is, and just to have you come and speak to my students, I thought, man, we were going to motivate a lot of young people. So I was involved for a very long time. And now the school boards and the Timmins Police Service are looking at different things, to bring into the schools. So D.A.R.E has been canceled for the local school boards and the Timmins Police Service here in Timmins. So the D.A.R.E board got together and invited me to a board meeting, and they've requested or asked if I could do an after-school D.A.R.E program. So it'll be the exact same program, same age group,
Okay.
but we'll be doing it after school. So I'm very fortunate. I'm still involved with policing because I'm now the Police Foundations coordinator, so I can still teach the program because it is a police-led program. So I get to still teach it. And now we'll be doing it after school with young people from Timmins and whoever wants to take it. So now, if when we were in the schools, maybe some students didn't want to, it was just part of the curriculum, but now it's for just the ones that want to, or the parents that want to send their child to get the program.
Okay, so many of my listeners may not know what D.A.R.E stands for. I know what it is, but can you shed some light on the
Yeah,
D.A.R.E
sure.
program?
I mean, D.A.R.E has changed quite a bit since I started in 2003 with D.A.R.E. The acronym is Drug Abuse Resistance Education, but now we go more by, and it's
Oh,
still the acronym.
it's
But
not alcohol. It's drug abuse resistance education.
yeah, and basically the program now has changed. It's more about healthy lifestyle, living out your dreams, working hard, responsibilities. We still talk about drugs. Only one lesson in the grade 6 program we talk about tobacco, alcohol, but all the other lessons we talk about peer pressure. We talk about communication, how to communicate with confidence, because that's a big issue. If you can't communicate confidently, a lot of people are going to take advantage of you. So we talk about how to communicate confidently, how to be an effective listener. We basically tell them, you know what, have an opinion, but accept that other people have different opinions. So we always, agree to disagree. We talk about bullying. We also talk about being a good citizen. And at the last lesson, I think it's really important. We talk to young people about getting help. If you're ever in a situation and you need help, and I basically bring it back to policing. If I was at a call and things were getting out of control, I call for backup. Well, young people have backup as well. It could be their parents, it could be a teacher, a friend, aunt, an uncle, grandparents. So you
What,
reach out for your backup.
you remember when we were that age? Like I come from a very supportive family. But what if there is a kid who is afraid to reach out to those said people?
Like if they're afraid to reach out to their own family. I was like you. I was very fortunate. I still am. My
Yeah.
parents, I bought a house 2 blocks away from my parents. So
Oh, nice.
I know, mommy's boy, I guess. I love my family and I want to be close to them.
Right.
But not every child has that. Not every young person has that family. But there's people out there. There's a lot of different people that you can go and see. Sometimes it might just be your favorite teacher at school. You can go and talk to them. As the D.A.R.E officer, I used to get messages for the students to talk to me because they saw me as somebody they could trust. So that's it. Talk to a trusted adult, somebody you can get advice from. And if you don't like the advice, you don't have to take it. You can go to somebody else. And it's just want to make sure that they know that they're not alone. Even if things aren't the best at home, there's other people out there that you can go and see and get help from.
That is so great. So has this program moved into the community like as a result of COVID?
I don't know if that's part of it. When COVID hit, I know that Timmins Police Service had just trained an amazing officer that was going to take over from me, and then COVID hit, and she wasn't able to get into the schools. So that's probably partly to do with it, but it might just be. I mean, I don't know any other police service that ran a program, because they started the program in 1995 here in Timmins, and it ran until 2019. So that's a good run for a program. So they
Right.
might just be looking at different options, different things that they can do in the schools. I think right now, a big focus, I think, will be a lot of mental health.
Okay.
So maybe that's what they're going to be concentrating more on, but I
Mhm.
can't speak for them, I guess. But maybe
Okay.
that might be it. But yeah, no, the all 4 school boards supported it, and the Timmins Police supported it from 1995 until just 2019. So that's a great run. Not only that, the community has supported it with the D.A.R.E Smile Cookie campaign at Tim Hortons and the bingos that we have.
Were you the founder of the D.A.R.E program?
No, the program actually started in the United States.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's been around since 1983. But here in Canada, most places got started in the mid 90s. And but a lot of them have, come and gone. But here in Timmins, we just kept going with it and doing it. And what I liked about it is they would always update it. The program when I started in 2003 was a certain way, and then in 2009 it changed, and in 2012 we added the middle school program. So it's just always evolving as you go. But like I said, they went so long with it. I think maybe now it's time to look at different options and different things to do with our police officers in the schools.
Well, that's great. COVID, it really presents so many challenges because lots of it, it was all virtual last year, but tomorrow all the kids are going back to school
Yes.
and they'll be wearing masks, and that's going to be okay, maybe similar to last year, but it presents its challenges as far as how we communicate with these students and how we teach them.
Yeah, I lived that firsthand last year, having to wear a mask, and same thing this year. It is, I mean, it is something we got to do. I can't wait for it to be completely over with, so we
Oh,
can
me
get back
too.
to, whatever normal is going to be. I should mention too, actually, just getting back to D.A.R.E, just because we're not going to be in the schools anymore doesn't mean we're not going to be really involved in the community.
Okay.
They're partnering up with the Total Martial Arts Center, so they're going to be working with some anti-bullying, bully-proofing lessons for students. Like I said, the evening classes. We're also going to be we're bringing in somebody in April next year. I don't know if you know who Optimus Prime is
Yeah.
from the Transformers.
Yeah.
So Optimus Prime, and it's actually a big rig that's coming in, and we're going to be doing some bullying presentations at some of the schools here in Timmins.
Okay.
So that's going to be awesome. So, we're not going to be in the schools, but we're still going to be really involved in the community and helping as many young people as we can. So, but yeah, so getting back to wearing the masks and that, well, I mean, we want to be at the schools because face-to-face learning is the best. I had to do some online teaching last year,
Yeah.
and you work hard to keep the interactions go, but a lot of times I'm thinking, are they even listening to me? So it is going to be something that we don't want to wear the mask, but if it means that we can be in the classroom, I'm all for it, because I want to be back in front of my students, teaching them and doing scenarios with them, and grooming them to be the best that they can be to become police officers in the future.
That is so positive, and I love that you bring so much positivity and education into your community. Um, you know, do you remember when we met and why?
Yeah, well, you had come up, the O.P.P. D.A.R.E board, and our D.A.R.E board had brought you up to speak at some of our local high schools.
Yeah,
Or
and
something else?
no, there was, I forget his name. It's written in here somewhere.
It was Paul Harrison.
Yeah, Constable Harrison, but it was through one of the commissioners from an O.P.P conference I had spoken at, sorry, in North Bay sometime. I thought it was in 2011 when I did my 1 week speaking tour up north, but it wasn't. It started Tuesday, May 15th, 2012. So it was in 12. That was 9 years ago.
Isn't that crazy?
It's nuts. Wow, so much has changed in my life, I'm sure in your life, and like in the policing and the education system. It's attention. I don't know. It's just, life is so full.
Well, if it's that long, maybe it's a time for a comeback. We should get our D.A.R.E board would love to get you back here to our local high schools.
Yeah, but I don't do that anymore.
Well, come on, you'd make an exception, right?
Well, you know what? I probably would. Yeah, I probably would.
I put you on the spot. What are you going to say?
We're
No.
filming right now. Well, you know what, Rick? I will definitely think about that. Yeah, my schedule is pretty open, like it's, things are different. I haven't been speaking in front of audiences in a few years. 2018. It's all online now. Things are just so different.
Yeah,
But I would totally make an
I
exception.
got a question. Just how do you feel about doing things online compared to being in front of the audience?
Wow. Well, you know what? Right before COVID, I was hosting and producing a live speaking event. And it was so rewarding. And I loved hearing everybody cheer and having the DJ play the intro songs for all my speakers. And it brought so much love and laughter and inspiration to people. And then COVID hit and my venue closed. And all of a sudden it was just time to stay home. And I'm an extrovert. I need people. I need my people. So I was thinking, wow, that can't be just it. I need to do something else. So instead of doing that online, I started my own thing. But yeah, it's different. I do miss in person for sure.
I do. I actually started doing stand-up comedy again. I'm going to be in Sudbury in November for a comedy show.
When is it? Can you send me the link? I'd love to promote that.
Yeah, I believe it's going to be November 5th. I'm going to be working with D.A.R.E. Seguin. He's great. He's been voted Canada's funniest comedian and great comedian. So I'll be opening for him, and I believe it's November 5th. But as soon as I get all the information, I'll send it to you. Yeah, that'd be great. I'd love to for you to come out and have a couple laughs with us. And
I would love to, and I would totally help promote that. I have lots of people who, I know lots of people who love comedian. Who doesn't love a comedian? You know
I
what I mean?
know, and like to get D.A.R.E. Seguin. Last time he was in Sudbury, that he sold out. I think it was called the Cambrian Theater. Is that possible?
The Cambrian Theater Center.
Maybe, I don't know. There was a theater that he had performed at, and it sold out so fast. They added a second show, and that one sold out as well. So yeah, people love D.A.R.E. Seguin.
That's awesome. So where will this comedy show be held?
I don't know. I don't have any of the details right now. D.A.R.E.'s organizing it, and then I tag along. He brings me to open up for him, and I just did a couple shows with him. We did one in North Bay, one in Iroquois Falls, two here in Timmins. Actually, two in Iroquois Falls too, because of COVID restrictions, you can't have that many people, right? So
Okay.
we did two shows in both cities, and yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. Great comedian.
Awesome. So when did you get in touch with your comedic side?
I used to do comedy for years. Just mostly local stuff. But then I started being able to. I performed at the Crack Up the Capital comedy festival that was in Ottawa,
Okay.
and I've done a couple other little festivals. I actually got to do the first ever LOL Comedy Fest in Sudbury. I was I guess they needed somebody from Northern Ontario to to represent, and I was one of them. There was me and Brendan McKeegan, who's originally from Sudbury,
Oh,
so it
that's
was fun. Jason Alexander was at that show. George from Seinfeld. So
oh. What year was that?
I believe that was 2007. I want to say, but I'm not 100% sure. 2007.
Cool. I bet. Okay, so just some. Let me be honest here. What do some of your material, has it been inspired by like your career in policing?
Yeah, and when I was a police officer, I would never use any policing material. But now that I'm no longer a police officer, I could kind of draw. But of course, I would never, mention names,
Well,
or
no,
I would
no.
never want to hurt anybody. It's all in good fun and go up. And I make fun mostly of myself and my family. My old show was called Relatively Funny because it was all about my relatives, right? So
That's
uh,
awesome.
yeah, that
French
was a lot of
family
fun.
too, right?
What? Sorry?
French family too, right?
Oh yeah, oh
I
yeah,
feel yeah.
yeah. I made fun of mostly my dad, and he loves it. I actually had a whole thing where when you'd call my dad, or when he'd leave you a message, he'd always sound like I'll give you an example. He'd call me and he'd say, "Yeah, Ricky, it's your father, Gilbert." And I always think, why does he have to specify how many fathers do I have? You know,
Yeah.
and I got him one time. I did a show at the Timmins Comedy Festival. There was about 1,000 people in the theater here in Timmins, and I did that whole joke about my dad and that whole line, and I brought him up on stage, and all I said was, "Say the line," and all he said was, "It's your father, Gilbert," and the place erupted. He got the biggest laugh of the night for saying one line.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, it's the
That
little
was,
things that matter most, right?
oh yeah. Oh yeah. So he loved that. He loved that attention. It was good.
Oh, that's good. I had family in town this weekend and we were all around the fire. This was Saturday night. So then it's, I just, because it was raining. So I had made a silly joke about dad saying, "Oh, well, you might be a redneck if you think, oh, it's raining. Let's go have a fire. I've got the jerry can. Are you guys ready?" And because obviously there's fuel on fire, right? And it just kind of spiraled into a whole bunch of other family stories we have that are just not appropriate for this program. So
We'll talk about them after we're off the air. Or after we're
oh
not.
yeah, it's too much.
Oh yeah, my family too. I got a lot of stories about my family. They're just
Those are the best, right?
oh yeah. Might be the whole redneck thing. You might be a redneck thing is
Yeah.
here in Northern Ontario. I don't know what it is, but when it's like snowing in a blizzard, and it's like dads are looking out the window going, "Wow, that snow is really coming down." You kids want to go for a ride? Like why are you driving in this? I guess when you don't have Canada's Wonderland, that's your circus ride is driving in a blizzard. I don't know what they're doing, but
Oh my God. Oh, I'm so not excited for that. Like I know it's September, so it's like almost the transition, like it's kind of fall. It's almost, oh, wait, no, there's 4 winters in Canada or in Ontario anyway. Almost winter. So we're in almost winter. And then
Yep.
it's winter, still winter, and road construction. And I love road construction because I don't drive and I was born in the summer. So
So you're not a winter person?
no,
Oh no.
no, because I live with chronic pain. So no, winter does not love me.
Oh no.
That's okay. It's not the end of the world. I'm gonna retire somewhere hot. That's all that matters.
That's what my wife wants too. She wants to go someplace hot once we're retired.
Nice. Are you gonna make that happen?
We'll try, but wherever if I have grandkids at that time, I don't know if I want to go too far.
Right. Ow.
I just dropped off my son actually in Sudbury. He's gone to Laurentian, so he's in university now.
Wow, that went quick.
Yeah, yeah. You might have met him when you were here. I think you might have, but he was a little guy, right? That was 2012. So yeah, he was like 9 years old. So
I don't well, he wouldn't have been at this high schools that we were working at.
no,
No.
but we might have seen. I don't know, but yeah, he's a Roman. I'm very proud of him though. He wants to be a high school teacher, so
Oh,
yeah, he's working towards that goal, and
that is
so
so nice. And does he look up to you as a role model?
I hope so. I always tried to be for him. I know he didn't want to be a police officer at all. He had no interest in that at all. But
Yeah.
his passion has always been teaching. He's been working at the Timmins Learning Center, tutoring young people. So it's right up his alley. I think he's going to be a great teacher, and I'm hoping that he doesn't move too far away to become a teacher. But I'm glad he's in Sudbury because now if I want to go see him, 3.5 hours, and I'm there. So
Oh, that is so great. So
mhm.
speaking of role models, who are or were some of your mentors?
Well, my parents, when I was growing up, were the ones that I looked up to, and they're the ones in our family. Whenever there was any problems with their family, they would always come to my parents' house. My mom was the oldest in her family, and my dad's almost. And like our house became the place where if anybody had a problem, they'd go and see them. So I guess I kind of took that from them because I always wanted to be a police officer. I always wanted to help people. So they were my role models. But you're gonna laugh at this. A big reason why I became a police officer is because I loved superheroes. Like I don't know if you could see behind me. I'm just as you asked that question, I'm like, oh, there's Superman there. There's
Uh,
Superman and there's Spider-Man behind me.
oh, okay, there. I see your video. Yeah.
There's Superman and Spider-Man. I used to, of course, watch that Spider-Man series there when I was younger, and the Superman Christopher Reeves movies. And I wanted to help people. And I thought, man, in the real world, you can't, I can't get bitten by a radioactive spider and spin webs and swing around the city to help people. So I became a police officer because that's what I wanted to do, help people like they do.
That's
So they were,
and
yeah,
you know
it's
what?
funny to say, eh?
Not just like being a police officer, but you did do that. But I also want to highlight, you've done so many great things, and like I'm gonna just choose a couple of things because we only have so much time. But
Right.
this came up in conversation the other day. Your book, The Bully and the Bystander. I love it because
Oh, thank you.
it's 2012. Oh wait, no, we met in 12, but that was
Yeah.
May. So my nephew was born in December, and he has that book in his big stack of book collection, and it is so great.
That was, yeah,
Yeah.
It's funny. You know who I did that was I was with a guy named Retro Bill. I don't know if you remember ever
I
seen
do.
Retro Bill.
Yeah.
A motivational speaker from the States. Phenomenal. He's got the big hair and he's like over the top, but everybody loves him. And I was doing a little tour with him to go to schools, and we were going actually to Sudbury. And I remember I was not complaining, but kind of complaining, going, "Oh, I can't find any new material. Like,
Okay.
there's no new books. Everything I have, all the videos I have, there's still some of them are on VHS." And this is like 2010 at the time, and I'm like, "What is going on? We need some new stuff." And as we're driving, he's super serious, and he's never really serious. He said, "You could draw." Because I draw all the time in the classes. I'm like, "Yeah." And he goes, "You could write." I'm like, "Yeah." And he said, "Make your own material. Why do you have to wait for somebody else to do it?" I was
No.
like, "Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, that's what I'm gonna do." So I wrote that book, and then I wrote another book as well that was called A Good Circle of Friends. Um,
I don't
yeah,
have
and
that
then
one.
I could send you one. I could send you one for sure. I have online versions of it too. And then I made Smart Tips with Constable Rick series.
Yes, and
Eight.
I was watching that earlier, and I totally want you to talk about that. Those are great. You can find them on YouTube. Smart
Thank you.
Tips with Constable Rick. Tips on how to be respectful, responsible, and safe.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a lot of fun too. And SMART, I was like, I had to come up with an acronym. So for SMART, came up with stay confident, make healthy choices, advance your education, respect others, and take responsibility. Like, oh,
Nice.
perfect. Yeah, so all the books became Smart Tips, and the videos as well. That was a lot of fun to do those videos. I worked with Stark Productions
Yeah.
out of Toronto. But Paul Stark, who runs Stark Productions, is originally from Timmins. So I thought, well, this is perfect.
That's
He got
awesome.
the
So then you can highlight him as, somebody local who's doing great things.
Yeah, it was awesome. He came here and he got to spend the summer with his family because we filmed most of it in Timmins.
Hmm.
And then of course we got to film in Ottawa, we got to film in Toronto, we got to film in Guelph. We had O.P.P officers on it, Guelph police officers, Ottawa police officers. We had George Strabilopoulos on one of the episodes.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he was so great, like just so great. And then yeah, Paul Harrison was on it. Paul Harrison, the O.P.P officer, he
Yeah,
was an NHL goalie before he became a police officer, so
I
he got to
remember
play for the
that
Toronto Maple Leafs. Yeah,
because it
and
was
he
the
was on there.
NHL Dream Draw that paid me for that gig.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, the NHL Dream Draw that Paul Harrison started.
Yeah.
He's going to be embarrassed, but he's helped like thousands of kids in the North through that hockey dream draw. Thousands. Like
That's amazing.
I don't know if he even realizes how many kids he's helped, but it's thousands and thousands and thousands.
Wow.
So
Is he still working?
no, he's retired now. I just talked to him actually yesterday. He's in London right now at his daughter's. Because of COVID, he didn't really get to see his grandkids for quite a while. So he's visiting her right now and building her a deck. She
Oh,
put him to work.
that's awesome. What a good dad.
He's a very good dad. Yeah. You're talking about people I look up to. He was one of them as well. Like we started doing D.A.R.E trainings together in 2007, and I got to travel with him, and he was very motivating for me too, to be the best at D.A.R.E, the best that I could do. That's he's kind of implanted it in my head, and I want to do the best that I could because of Paul Harrison.
Wow, that's amazing. And I'm so grateful that I got to work with both of you. I always make reference to the grateful tattoo I have on my forearm, and some people make jokes about it. Like my neighbor, the other day he had made a joke about me getting that tattoo when I met him. And I said, no, I got this in 14. But I always make reference to being grateful. I'm just so grateful for the quality of people in my life. I think
I
it's a
feel the same. That I
yeah,
feel exactly that. I don't have any tattoos to show it, but I do feel very
excellent.
grateful. Yeah, for all the people that'll come into my life. It's like with my wife, because it's not easy. I was doing comedy and I was going on D.A.R.E trainings all the time, so I would be away a lot, and she's always supported me 100% with whatever I was doing. And
It's
I know
amazing.
that it wasn't always easy because I'd be gone sometimes for a while doing comedy or, like I said, D.A.R.E trainings. I've been able to travel to do D.A.R.E trainings up in Iqaluit. I've been able to go as far down to Atlanta, Oklahoma.
Hmm.
So I've been able to train officers from all over. It's been amazing.
Wow, good for you, Rick. Wow. That's life is just, do you get since you went like, so I don't know how south that is in the States. It's not really, did you get any material for your comedy skit?
Yeah, and actually, when I do
Oh, that's
D.A.R.E,
awesome.
we always, at the end, we always have a little banquet, and I'd always do a little comedy show for all the people there. So it was funny. When I was there, they'd make fun of the way I talked, and I was like, oh my God, yeah, I guess to you guys it sounds weird, but you guys sound pretty weird to me. So, but we
Is it,
always have so many laughs. Oh, like I missed that part of it. Probably won't be doing any more D.A.R.E trainings now because my focus now is on the college and local here for D.A.R.E and helping with
yeah.
the D.A.R.E board here. I'm also helping out. I'm on the board for the Timmins Con, so the Northern Ontario Expo. In April, usually it would have been their 10-year anniversary 2 years ago, but of course it was canceled 2 years in a row. We've had Lou Ferrigno here in town he played the Incredible Hulk. We have all kinds of guests. And next year, they have the guy who played Colossus on the X-Men movies is coming. So Daniel Cudmore is coming. Yeah,
Is
we
that a
just interviewed
show?
him. Yeah, that the X-Men movies.
Yeah, yeah, but like, what are you putting together?
Oh, so what we do is it's like a fan expo, like down in Toronto when they have all the it's like
Oh,
the geek culture.
yeah.
So we have comic books and artists and all these people come in to Timmins, and
Who's it?
so it's a lot of fun.
That's awesome. The some con, something con, Comic Con, Comic Con.
Comic Con, yeah, yeah, same thing. It's called Timmins Con here, of course,
Okay.
but same thing, yeah, yeah, same thing. We have amazing artists. We had a young girl come in a couple of years ago. Her name is the Chalk Girl, and she'll get like a 8x4 canvas, and with chalk throughout the day, we'll draw something, and then at the end of it, you look at it and you're like, it looks real. Like she did like Wolverine from the X-Men movies, and you're like, how can you do that with chalk?
Oh,
But
that's
that's what she does. It was phenomenal to watch her work. So yeah.
cool. Where my screen is frozen.
Oh no,
Like
not with
on your,
me.
yeah, on your side.
Oh yeah. Am I like making a weird face? Because when you're talking and it freezes.
Yeah, it's like it's paused.
That's okay.
Candid moment.
That's it. That's why anything could happen during the interview, because it's candid moments.
Yeah, it's true. Somebody's in one of my episodes, somebody's phone rang, and I think he went to go answer it. I said, your phone is supposed to be on silent, right? We're recording an episode right now. Maybe some people just, I don't know, maybe it's just beyond them and they don't care.
Hmm, awesome.
So the students will be going to school tomorrow, and it's all in person at Northern College.
Yeah, I guess all post-secondary um, institutions here in the province will be face to face, from what I saw last week in the news.
Okay.
So, especially with something like police foundations, and
Yeah.
this is the way I like to teach it. So you learn something in the classroom, and then we apply it. At Northern College, we have like scenario rooms. We have an apartment. So if I'm teaching them, in investigations, we'll
Yeah.
go in there and I'll have some other students play the roles of, somebody in a domestic dispute or something where the officers actually have to go and apply what they just learned. Yeah, so we have like all these different areas and rooms where we could actually role play. And to me, that's the best way to learn. That's how they're going to remember what I taught and what they learned in class, for them to just apply it right away. We go and we do it. Same as last year, I taught traffic. And the first semester last year, my first year students were at the college. And in my traffic class, we talked about investigating collisions. And what we did was we set up a collision in the back of the college. There's an intersection there. And they went in to investigate it. And the first time they went through it, it wasn't the best, right? But my daughter just came down the stairs. And she, yeah. So, but the second and third time, they they were really learning how to do it. Just my daughter Sophie here. This is
Oh,
Candace.
I can't see the,
Oh, she can't see you because of the.
I
Oh,
can't
my
see.
daughter just came in to say. So I have her screen's frozen.
Oh, tell her I say hi.
Yeah, she could see you.
Hi.
So she's 8. My son is 18 and she's 8. So she misses her big brother because he's been, with her since she was born. So she's struggling a little bit, but
That's a big change. Wow, 10-year difference.
I know, yeah. And that's what a lot of people think. Oh, did you get remarried? I said, no, same wife. It just took us 10 years to have another one.
Well, it's all good.
Yeah, oh yeah. So now when she graduates high school and I go to her graduation, all her friends are going to say, oh, your grandpa came to your graduation. I know that's what they're going to say,
Yeah, I'm sure they will.
but that's okay. She's
Yeah.
keeping me young.
Oh, that's good. That's good to hear. Well, I think we are good for time. This has been so nice to connect with you, Rick. You are making a difference in each career that you have been taking on. And I'm sure you'll be touching, moving, and inspiring many people in your community as we move forward.
I hope so. Yeah, I'm always going to do my best. And same to you. I'm trying to think how many people you've inspired with your story. And it's got to be like a crazy amount of young people have learned, okay, wow, look at this, look at but look at what you overcame and look how amazing you're doing. So
Oh, thank you, Rick. I appreciate that. It's been quite the journey. And you know what? We're all on this journey together. And we just need to be supportive of each other's dreams.
we do. Yeah, for
Right?
sure. That's what I think too. Instead of
Right?
tearing each other down, we should be building each other up.
Yes, exactly. So
That's
I
what you got.
pardon?
Oh, go ahead. I was gonna say that's why you got to stay off social media when people post comments because it's just so negative. I have a hard time. I stay away from it now because there's just so much negativity, and I
I
don't want to be around it.
I only post positivity on there, and that is my mission in life, and that is it.
Good
But
for you. That's awesome.
thank you. I will buy your book from you, the second one that you purchased, and I will
I'm
share
pretty sure
that
you
with
could
my
have one.
nephew. It's for children, right?
I'll send you one. No problem for sure. And
Okay.
then for the videos, yeah, they're all on YouTube. They're all free on YouTube for anybody to watch. What's funny? The school bus safety one I did
Yeah,
has almost 100,000 views.
that's amazing. I'm going to post that link on this episode, and yeah, it will get more traction.
Yeah, and it's perfect because it's right at the beginning of the school year and it's all about school bus safety.
Oh, that's perfect. Love it.
Mhm.
That is so great. Well, thank you so much, Rick. I hope that you enjoy the beginning of this week going back to school with your students.
I will. Thank you.
I
Thank you
appreciate
for inviting me. This has been fun.
this has been. I'm glad we were able to connect.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Rick Lemieux, everybody.